Hello there. Happy Monday. This is Dr. Shiroko. I'm the owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center and the author of the book, Healing When It Seems Impossible, 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. And today I'm going to talk to you about low back pain. And I'm going to talk to you from a broad spectrum of many different components that are connected to why low back pain occurs and what could help it. And of course, you know that I love Chinese medicine and that I blend Chinese medicine and Western medicine. So I actually believe that Chinese medicine has the answers for things like low back pain because it can find the root cause much more easily. And sometimes back pain isn't caused by a herniated disc or by a tight muscle in your low back. It could be caused by something else. And I'll give you an example of that. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Chinese medicine and how Chinese medicine addresses this whole thing and what Chinese medicine has to say about low back pain. So in Chinese medicine, the kidneys rule your low back, your knees, your bones, your overall sense of having energy, big transitions in life, and the emotion of fear and the power of will. So the power of will is that, your ability to get yourself to do something, to do a certain thing. And then, of course, the emotion of fear is an obvious thing and then if you translate that into Western medicine, actually, the kidneys in Western medicine, their adrenal glands just sit above the kidneys, and the adrenal glands are tiny, tiny, tiny. They're only about as big as a little bigger than an almond, and your kidneys are about as big as maybe your hand. So the adrenals sit on top of that. And so if you think of an overall sense of having energy and big transitions in life, then the adrenal glands are also connected to your kidneys in Chinese medicine. And when your hormones shift, then you can also be prone to issues like low back pain and problems with your back and things like that. Also, when you think about low back pain, I also use the chakra system, and the chakra that's involved with the low back is the second chakra, which has to do with power, sex, and money. And so a lot of times when people have issues with their low back, it can be connected to feeling powerless or to feeling stressed about their financial situation. And so that's another element that could be connected to low back pain. So that's how it is in Chinese medicine. And so always in Chinese medicine, what we do is we don't really necessarily look at the symptom, but we look to find what is the root cause. And so another thing that can be a root cause of low back pain could be a reaction to a food that you eat, or a digestive problem, or an emotional stress, like being afraid as you get older, or being afraid that a fire is coming, or feeling like you might not have enough money to live your life, things like that. They can all affect your low back. Now, how do we solve that problem? And so even though you may have an emotional component, this is again why I love Chinese medicine, is because even though you may have an emotional component or a root cause that's a spiritual or some other element, the physical can still be corrected. And when you correct the physical, like with things like acupuncture or massage or chiropractic or things, that kind of treatment that helps balance the physical, it also helps the emotional. And so like you can get multiple helpful things in one way of being treated. I also strongly believe that physical therapy is a wonderful way to get healing when you have health issues like muscle issues or aches and pains, because getting the right exercise to help your body heal really makes a huge difference. So I vote for physical therapy if you're having a lot of issues with low back pain. So I want to talk about some of the things, the right exercise that you can do for healing your low back. So never stop exercising. So very, very gentle movements can help unlock some low back issues. And they can be as simple, and I think I've done a video of this before, so you can look back into the archives, where you lay flat on your floor with your feet with your knees raised and your feet on the floor so that your knees are bent and you're laying flat on your back. And then you can just kind of gently rock your pelvis back and forth on the floor to kind of release those muscles in your low back. And that is a very helpful way. Gentle movements to help support the strength of your muscles will help heal your low back. And that is always very helpful. Also, of course, I recommend acupuncture. And acupuncture can make such a huge difference. I just recently had a woman come in who was having sciatica. And sciatica is usually because you have, there can be a problem with a disc in the center of your spine. And that can go out into the sciatic nerve. And the sciatic nerve comes out from the center of your spine and goes down into your butt. And so the pain when you have sciatica is kind of in your butt cheek. It's back here, right in the center of your butt cheek. And it can go down your leg. And it usually is, again, connected to a disc or a narrow or a tightening of the spine in such a way that a disc could be pressing on a nerve. And it's totally healable without having surgery. You can have acupuncture, or you can have the right kind of exercises, physical therapy, and chiropractic. The right kind of treatment will help release it. Well, the cool thing with acupuncture, of course, is that it gets the muscles to relax so that the disc can pop back up. And then it can also help pull the energy. So like, let's say you have numbness that goes down into your leg. That's one of the things that can happen when you have a disc. And if you do have that sort of thing, if you get numbness that goes down your leg, you really should see somebody who knows about these things so that you can make sure that you're not in danger of a disc causing more difficult problems for you. So the first suggestions that I have are, one, to build strength of the correct muscles. So building the strength of the correct muscles are the muscles that support your back. One is your abdomen. So you want to build strength in your abdominal muscles. Two is your low back muscles. You want to strengthen those in the right way. It's all about balance. So think about your body. So here's where we're stepping away from energy for a minute, and we're thinking about muscle strength and mechanics. So it's always about balance, and you always have every part of your body that moves has a group of muscles that allow it to move. And if those muscles are not in balance, so that like one is equal strength to the other, then they're going to pull in the wrong way. So in your spine, what that means is, and I wish I had a picture of a spine to share with you, but your bones are stacked on top of each other, and then there are muscles on both sides and down the center. And when those muscles are unevenly strong, or they're pulling the wrong way, then they can pull down, and the little discs are between the bones. So here's a bone, here's a bone, here's a disc. And the disc is like a little cushion. I'm hiding my face. I always do that. Anyway, the cushion is what can get compressed. And so when the muscles are too tight, they pull the bones together, squishing the cushion. And when the cushion's squished, it pokes out at a nerve. And then that's when you get sciatica, or you get nerve problems like numbness in your feet and things like that. Now, actually with acupuncture, you can reverse this so that you can relax these muscles that support the spine, and then that can help the bones come back into the proper position, and then they can the disc can come back up. Now, of course, if it's been that way for a really long time, it might have a harder time bouncing back up. You think of it as a squishy little pillow. So when it first gets squished, then you can correct it. But sometimes when it's been squished for too long, it's harder for it to get corrected. So you want to make sure that you take care of these symptoms right away and don't ignore them. Now, they always say in terms of exercise, don't do anything that hurts. So like if you are doing exercises to help support your spine and they physically hurt you to do, then you have to stop. You want to exercise the right way to build the right strength so that your body can heal, but you don't want to do it in such a way that you hurt yourself more. That's why physical therapists are helpful, or Pilates instructors are helpful. They teach you the right exercises and they watch you do them correctly. So that's why I think it's great to have physical therapy or Pilates or somebody who's coaching you to do the right exercises in the right way. Because really, the right exercise is probably one of the most important elements besides acupuncture and chiropractic or massage. There are also emotional components. So we all have different areas of our body that we feel stressed in, right? Or we have weakness in. And low back pain is often connected, like I said, to the second chakra, which has to do with power, sex, and money. And so sometimes emotional stress about financial situation can affect your low back. You could also have problems with your digestion that are affecting your low back. There's actually an acupuncture point right in the middle of the center of your belly that's right here. And that point is connected to helping relieve disc problems, but it's also right in front with your stomach. So obviously digestion plays a big role in low back pain and what to do to help relieve low back pain. So, here are the sort of 5 important things. One is finding the root cause of the problem. And this is why I love Chinese medicine, because in Chinese medicine, you can think about all the different elements and you can find, the emotional, spiritual, physical root cause of the problem. Second is getting the right exercise to help support and strengthen your spine so that it will be supported, because it's another really important thing about low back pain is feeling supported by life, really. The third is eating the right foods that are anti-inflammatory so that they help prevent inflammation. The fourth, maybe I haven't said that, is thinking about where you need support in your life. So on an emotional level, where do you need support? What do you need to do in order to feel like you're getting the right support? And fifth is to do, if I haven't said this already, the right kinds of exercise. I hope you found that very, very helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again online and any place else you want to be. Thank you so much. Have a great day.